You say you don't hate blacks. What do you feel about them and what do you want done with them?
When time comes, God will send them back to their homeland, Africa. I have nothing against them.
Why will God send them to Africa?
Because all the races will go back to their homeland.
Well, where do whites go? This used to belong to...
Whites stay here, New Jerusalem. America.
Excuse me, whites stay in New Jersey?
New Jerusalem. The United States, New Jerusalem.
Okay, but the Native Americans, which we used to call Indians, they were here first. We have to get out.
No.
So when are you leaving?
I'm not leaving.
Okay, I'll listen.
In the Bible, it says in Genesis 2, in the chapter of 2, in Genesis, it says that be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it. Subdue it is to rule over, and he was talking to us Israelites, the Adamites, from Adam.
What?
He was talking to Adam.
Okay, well,
We're from Adam.
what has that? Wait a sec. What has that got to do with the fact that if we're returning to where we're from, I gotta tell you that if you go back far enough in your family, you're not from the United States of America. Okay, you probably.
I don't care, but white Christian America.
You said everybody's got to go back.
It's a promised land. God gave it to us.
Okay, so, God gave it.
That's how it goes.
Excuse me?
If you don't like it, then...
Excuse me, wait, God gave the United States of America to us?
It's a promised land.
Wait, is this in the Bible? The Bible was written before 1776.
Yes, and it does tell the future.
So how did God know that there was no United States of America? How could God have given, how in the Bible could it say that God...
God prophesies future in the Bible.
Go ahead.
Well, for one, I am a Baptist child, and for one, who do y'all think y'all coming to this state and just saying stuff about our white people here? Us black people were the first people here. Cause I'm Indian, and I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all saying y'all gonna kill somebody? I dare y'all come and touch some of them. Cause all of us is one color. Cause when the lights go off, all of us are black.
God bless you.
White kid defends MLK.
Dr. King was good, okay? He wasn't just for black people. He made the poor people's campaign because he wanted the poor to have houses and jobs, even white poor people.
Enough. Start
he
this
said,
today, bud. Turkey, all right?
Mom, why are they black?
Sorry?
Why are they black?
I will call you later. Sarah, don't say that.
But Mom, they're black.
Guess what tomorrow is?
Black History? It is?
Yeah.
It really is?
It's tomorrow.
It is?
Yes. It's tomorrow. What do you say when people are like, what about White History Month?
White History is every day.
That's true. Very true.
I have is a book, and it's all about Black history. Would you like me to read to you?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm so excited. ABCs of Black history. A is still for anthem.
Yep. And what is an anthem?
It's like a song or a motto.
Let us march on till victory is won.
Woo!
What is B for?
More.
B. Can you sound that word out? Beautiful, brave.
Family, come here for a second, because there is a video going around and it is doing something beautiful. It is showing children of every color discovering the real truth about Black history for the very first time, and you can watch the shock land on their little faces. And here is what got me. The shock is not because the history is small. The shock is because the history is enormous, and somebody hid it from them on purpose. Watch the clip, then come right back. Because I want to hand you 4 hidden truths so big and so undeniable that once you know them, you will understand exactly why they were buried. Do me one favor before we get into it. Like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell so this history reaches the next child who needs it. Now, let me put the proof on the table. Receipt number 1. Africa was building empires and universities. Ask the average person to name the richest human being who ever lived, and they will name some modern billionaire. They will be wrong. Historians often give that title to Mansa Musa, the emperor of the West African kingdom of Mali in the 1300s. His wealth, most of it in gold, was so vast that when he journeyed to Mecca in 1324, he gave away so much gold along the way that he accidentally disrupted the economies of the cities he passed through. And Mali was not only rich, his city of Timbuktu became one of the great centers of learning on earth, home to the University of Sankore and libraries holding hundreds of thousands of manuscripts on science, mathematics, and astronomy. While much of Europe still sat in the dark, that is the first thing they hid, that the ancestors were kings and scholars and builders of golden empires long before the first slave ship ever sailed. Receipt number 2. The West was black too. Picture the American cowboy, the hero of 1,000 movies, riding across the open plains. Hollywood painted that man white for 100 years. But the historians say that, by the best estimates, roughly 1 in every 4 cowboys in the Old West was black, many of them formerly enslaved men who became the most skilled riders and ropers in the country. And one of them, a man named Bass Reeves, was born into slavery and became one of the first black deputy United States Marshals west of the Mississippi, arresting more than 3,000 outlaws and never once getting wounded in the line of duty. Many historians believe Bass Reeves was the real inspiration for the Lone Ranger, the masked hero every child grew up on. They took a real black lawman, put a white man in a mask, and sold his story back to us as fiction. That is the second thing they hid. Receipt number 3. A black woman is holding up modern medicine. In 1951, a black woman named Henrietta Lacks went to Johns Hopkins Hospital with cancer, and doctors took her cells without her knowledge and without her permission. And those cells did something no human cells had ever done in a laboratory. They refused to die. They multiplied, on and on, forever. Scientists call them HeLa cells, and they became one of the most important tools in the history of medicine. They helped build the polio vaccine. They have driven cancer research, the mapping of the human genome, and the development of medicines that protect millions of people alive right now. Henrietta Lacks died poor that same year, and her own family did not even know her cells were alive, being bought and sold around the world until decades later. That is the third thing they hid. That a black woman's body helped save a piece of the whole human race, and they never once taught you her name. Receipt number 4. The king they gave you is not the whole king. Every child in America learns about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They learn 4 words: I have a dream, and then the lesson stops. But here is the hidden truth. The real king was far more radical and far more hated in his own time than the soft picture you were handed. In 1966, near the end of his life, a Gallup poll found that about 2/3 of Americans viewed Dr. King unfavorably. He was not beloved when he died. He was despised by most of the country because he refused to stop at the dream. He stood up and condemned the war in Vietnam. He launched the Poor People's Campaign for the jobs and housing of the poor of every color, including poor white families. And the night before he was killed, he was in Memphis, standing with black sanitation workers on strike for fair pay. That is the 4th thing they hid. Not that King was gentle, but that King was dangerous to the comfortable, and they sanded off every part of him that still asks something of us today.
Beautiful, brave.
Beautiful and brave. Yeah, very good. Bright.
C. C is for community.
Yes. And
Silver Ray.
good.
C.
I want y'all to watch something with me, and you're gonna see exactly what I see. Watch.
This is white people hair.
What does that mean?
It means that this hair is white.
You are a white person.
I'm not supposed to be white. We're supposed to be black, and we're black.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think little man is remembering a life he used to have, because I'm one of those people where I believe that we're just in this cycle of we die, we come back, we die, we come back, and we keep coming back into different bodies and different people. Yeah, that's what I believe. Because sometimes I remember things that I know me personally I've never experienced, but they feel like those experiences that I had, if that makes sense. Not like a dream, but like a memory. And I think that's what little man is going through. It's not that little man does not like being white. It's that little man remembers he used to be black. That's what he remembers. He remembers that. Sometimes we got to start listening to these kids because they be telling us what's going on in their brain and what they feeling. Sometimes we can't take it as a joke and got to take it as something serious because they telling us.
Show me the dumb child.
Dumb child.
Okay, why is she the dumb child?
Because she has black skin.
Show me the mean child. Why is he the mean child?
Because she's brown.
Show me the bad child. Why is he the bad child?
Because he's black.
Show me the ugly child. Why is he the ugly child?
Because he's brown, black.
Show me the child who has the skin color most adults like. And show me the child who has the skin color most adults don't like. Show me the child who has the skin color most girls want. Who has the skin color most girls don't want.
Brown skin is beautiful, don't believe me, no way. On that, be acquiescent of a young poet whose mother is the same shade, wood and apparatus. Work of art painted on the face of a black canvas. It bring my same TikTok as grand fuel for the body. You know, I speak these words, you know, at universities events because we deserve to know we're beautiful, but I want you to remember something. Your culture, your skin, your hair, your lineage, your DNA is beautiful. But who you really are, the spirit you are, it don't have no gender, no race, no age, and no limits. If you want me to speak at your university, just DM me. Also, you want me to speak life into you while my chef ass cooks for you.
What are you reading, Ben Franklin? When did you get bifocals? Who are you reading about?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Who?
Dr. King.
What's his full name?
Martin Luther King Jr. His mission was trying to change the world.
How so?
He gave a speech. We all know that.
But what was his speech?
To be treated the same way as white people should.
Very good.
Based on who they are, not how they look.
Right, the content of their character, not the color of their skin.
Right. He wrote about peace.
He wrote about peace. Did he march by himself?
No.
Why is it important that we talk about Dr. King?
Because we are going to celebrate him in a couple days. And he changed our world into this.
Yeah, still got work to do, but he did. He is a civil rights. What?
Because of, you know.
You know what?
You know what?
What?
The white person who said they can't be treated this way because I have white skin, that's who Donald Trump is. Which is weird because he's orange.
So we don't just get off school on Monday just for no reason. It's to remember all the work that he did and the work that we still have to do, right?
Yeah. Someday I'll be like him.
I think you already are in a lot of ways.
I want you to take a look at this powerful video of this white guy who explains how his father taught him that black people were bad and horrible, and then when he went to boot camp, he learned that was totally opposite. Take a look.
My dad taught me to hate black people. I never saw a black person until I was 17 years old. I hit boot camp. And then I was stationed in Memphis, Tennessee. And I wish, if by any chance there's a guy, Stan, from St. Louis, Missouri, listening to this, if that falls on his ears, I can't remember his last name, but I would love to look him up because he changed my life. He changed my life by doing two things. We were on mess duty, and at the time, we were living in a squad bay. It's a big open room. Everything I owned was in an 18-inch wall locker. Everything in my life that I owned was in an 18-inch wall locker. We slept on bunk beds. It was a big open squad bay. Stan and I met on mess duty, and we were working long days, but we ended up being on different shifts for a week or two. I come back after being in the mess hall all day, and Stan is sitting on my bunk. And I said, Stan, what are you doing? And he said, I'm keeping an eye on your stuff. He said, I was coming through the squad bay. He said, I heard a ruckus over here. He said, and when I came around the corner, there was two guys. They had busted the lock off your wall locker, and they're about to get into it. And he said, I had a choice. He said, they ran off. He said, I could have chased them, or I could stay here and watch your stuff. And I said, and this brings tears to my eyes to this day, guys. And this is almost 50 years ago. Stan sat on my bunk. Stan sat on my bunk for 6 hours. 6 hours waiting for me to come. And then when I get there, he said, Louis, he said, go to the PX and get yourself another lock. The PX was a 20-minute walk one way. Stan sat there for another 40 minutes while I went to the PX, bought myself a lock, and came back. My attitude, my awareness, my realization that what my dad taught me was not the truth went off like a flippin' bomb. And I realized black people are just as good as white people or yellow people or red people or brown people. They're just people. And so we've all been taught about something about somebody.
Now that is powerful and life-changing.
Asked my 9-year-old how she felt reading this book as a white person. She said, I think the only white people that feel bad or mad or uncomfortable reading about the stuff that white people did in history are the people who want to do it again. This young warrior right here is spitting straight facts, y'all. The truth shall set us free. And I'm not just talking about black folks. I'm talking about all of us. And that's what they don't want because it upsets the system and it upsets the structure. If children are our future, we're in great hands, y'all.
I've been seeing this reaction to the news about Nolan Wells that has been really bothering me. It is people who are saying black parents, don't let your kids be the only one ever, which, like, sure. But as I've reflected on it, I thought about the fact that when I was a freshman in high school, there were fewer than 10 black students in our entire high school. I went to a school that had a graduating class of 69 people, so it was small, but you could fit all of us in one classroom. In fact, fun fact, we did one time, and a white guy walked in during lunch break, saw us all sitting around the table, and his eyes got big, and he backed out. So yeah, I was the only black kid a lot. What frustrates me about saying black parents don't let your kid be the only one is that instead of putting the onus of responsibility on black parents to protect our kids from racist white people who have no accountability, maybe just tell white parents to stop letting their kids be murderers.
Black history bingo!
Yay! You ready? Okay. Who in our family loved bingo? Mimi, yep, Mimsy's grandmother. And what did she used to say at the bingo hall?
That Betty Brown cheat.
No cheating here though, right?
No.
Okay, so this person was a huge civil rights leader. She did a lot of stuff like behind the scenes.
Ella Baker.
Ella Baker, yes. This is an invention by Garrett Morgan.
Lord.
Stoplight.
Good job. Do you have a stoplight? Good job. This person was the first black woman in Congress.
I have Shirley.
Okay. The first black woman to fly a plane, not space, an airplane.
I got Bessie Coleman.
Uh-oh.
I do.
This is what Alfred Crawley invented. What is it?
The ice cream scoop.
Ice cream scoop, good. What do we celebrate in February and all year long?
Black history.
Good job. This is what John Lee Love invented. Do you know what it is?
Pencil sharpener.
Yes, the portable pencil sharpener. This person was a poet and wrote I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings.
I know.
Who?
Maya Angelou.
Yeah. Good job.
Gotcha, Liz.
This is your secret good news?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me the secret good news, please.
Like, I never told you I was an African American.
What?
I was an African American this whole time.
Baby, I knew.
What?
Yes. Did you just find out you were African American?
Yeah, my sister Erin told me. She knew.
Yeah, you've been African American the whole time. And beautiful. Yeah, so beautiful. I knew. And I knew you were beautiful. Oh, I love you. I love you. You bring so much joy to me. Another one. You fill my bucket. Do you know that?
Yeah.
For real life.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
That's a great question. Black?
What is your current race?
I'm white.
What is one thing that you take pride in about being white?
There's a lot I look down upon being white.
What is something that you appreciate about black culture?
I just went to a recent concert that had a lot of black artists that I think are extremely inspiring. A lot of what they rap about is something that I cannot experience firsthand, and I'd like to understand it better, and part of that understanding I don't think I will achieve because I'm white.
I know I don't understand your experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have never had to live it.
Come on now.
I can sympathize, and I can recognize when things are wrong.
That's right.
For instance, if a black man or woman should never be afraid for their life, for getting pulled over for speeding.
Come on now.
But I have never lived in that fear.
Come on now. Come on.
No black man or woman should ever be reluctant to walk outside for fear of racial profiling.
Come on now. Tell it.
But I have never been racially profiled.
That's right. Come on now.
No black man or woman should ever expect to go to jail in their lifetime because of the color of their skin.
Come on now.
But I have never lived in that expectancy.
That's good. That's good.
And this is why I don't believe in the phrase, I don't see color.
That's right.
One, to say you don't see color is a lie. We're different. We can all see that. But two, and way more importantly, to deny the differences in our skin is to deny the differences in our privilege.
Come on.
I'm going to say that again because I think it's worth repeating. To deny the differences in our skin is to deny the differences in our privilege. And that leads me to my next point. To deny the differences in our color is to promote ignorance. Ignorance is the reason that systemic racism and oppression is allowed to exist in this country.
That's good. That's good.
So why am I here? Why am I up here speaking?
Come on now. Tell them, sister.
I'm going to talk on about three things. One of those is change, the other is ignorance, and one is discomfort. I'll get there.
Go ahead. Take your time.
Broadly speaking, why am I here? Because I want change. But let me speak on that for a second. Because I think a lot of people want change. I think a lot of people say they want change, but let me clarify. I think a lot of white people think they want change.
Come on.
But here's the thing about that. In order for there to be a true and genuine change, for you, for the black community, for people of color, there has to be an equal and requited amount of change for white privilege.
That's right.
And that is something that white people don't want to think about. They don't want to admit that. White people don't want to acknowledge the head start we have in life just for being born this color. You know what? That is willful ignorance.
Put it on front line.
Willful ignorance is what allows oppression to continue in this country.
Together we stand. That's it.
So I'm going to talk on ignorance for a second. I think one of the biggest things that allows ignorance to continue is our education system.
There it is, baby.
Yes, ma'am. Our education system.
Yes, ma'am.
And what I mean by that is our education is a white man's education.
It is.
It is a white man's history.
Yes, ma'am. Tell it.
Why does that matter? Again, like I said, I can recognize when something is wrong. And that is wrong. Why? Because when you tell that history, the history that excludes black history and black culture and the black experience, you allow white people to think that nothing is wrong. And when that happens, you allow white people to think, well, it was bad back then, but it's not bad now. Hell no.
That's right.
It's bad now. In fact, some might say it's worse because this is systemic oppression.
That's right.
This is institutional oppression. This is oppression that is not overt, but it is just as powerful, and we are able to hide it.
God Almighty.
And I have more to say. If you want to hear all of it, please come out Saturday.
We'll be there.
Thank you. We appreciate it. But just know the reason I'm here is because I stand by you. I support you. I love each and every one of you out here. We are brothers and sisters to the day we die. And this is not my time to have my voice heard, but I will use my voice for you. I promise.
Thank you.
All right, racists, let's talk. I'm just going to come out and say it. A majority of white people wish that they were black. They wish that they had the ability to create or invent. They wish that they had the ability to wear a variety of hairstyles. They wish that they had the ability to dance. They wish that they had original fashion. They wish that their style was memorable. They wish that they were able to turn heads in public. They wish that they could spend more than 2 hours in the sun. They wish to be desired. They wish that they could smell as good as black people. They wish that they were as superior as black people. They wish that they were as athletic as black people. Even wish that they were indigenous and could be gifted an entire planet from the Most High. They wish that they could excel at music and the arts. They wish that they could be scholars like black people. They wish that they were as intelligent as black people. They wish that they could even cook like black people. They even wish that they could look as cool as black people do in their cars, which explains why they have the windows rolled down at all fucking times. And the real big one. They really wish that they could age as gracefully as black people do.
So I've been doing this hairstyle for the past 2 days and I'm just a little bit obsessed with it, yeah. So I decided I'm gonna make it a trend. I'm gonna call it sticky bangs and I love it. So if you want a tutorial, just...
Hey, what did you tell Corey you want to be when you grow up?
Black.
You want to be black when you grow up? Why do you want to be black when you grow up?
Because I love to be black.
You love people who are black?
Yeah, black is rough.
It's what?
That is rough.
It's rough?
No, that is...
I don't even think he knows what he said. Black is what?
Black, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Aww.
I was saying good.
You were saying good?
Yeah, what am I?
You're white.
Hey, hey, over there.
So unfortunately, you can't be black when you grow up. But you can have lots of friends who are black.
You can respect black and,
yeah,
not
that's
be
good.
mean.
I think it's really cute that you want to be black when you grow up.
It is.
It's your
He's also kind of weird.
My hair's brown.
No, maybe he has just some friends.
It's your eyebrows,
Yeah, maybe he did make
My eyebrows?
Yeah.
They're brown.
Now pull that clip back up and watch those children's faces one more time and understand what you are really looking at. You are watching a young mind meet the truth for the first time and light up because a child can feel it when something real has been kept from them. The empires, the marshals, the scientists, the real king, none of it was ever too small to teach. It was too big. It was so large and so glorious that teaching it honestly would have made it impossible to look down on the people it came from. So they cut it out. And the shock on those children's faces is the sound of the cover story cracking. And here is where the hypocrisy falls out. Not this. Not the same school books that found room for every European king now claiming there was no room for Mansa Musa. Not that. Not the same movies that made 100 white cowboys now pretending the real West was not 1/4 black. Not this. Not the same medicine that runs on Henrietta Lacks now unable to say her name in a single classroom. Not that. Not the same country that put King on a stamp and a holiday while burying every word he said that it still does not want to hear. Now how did we get here? There is a system underneath. A people who know they come from kings and scholars and marshals and scientists is a people that is very hard to convince it belongs at the bottom. So the history had to go, not because it was weak, but because it was strong enough to stand a whole people upright. That is why they fought so hard to keep it out of the schools, and why they still fight over what can be taught in them today. The erasure was never about there being nothing to teach. It was about there being far too much, because the truth of Black history is a foundation. And you cannot keep a people down once they are standing on their own foundation. That is the real reason it was hidden, not shame, fear. I talked to an elder last week, 80 years old, a retired school teacher who spent 40 years teaching Black history to children because she grew up never hearing a word of it herself. She told me a story. She said that when she was a little girl, she came home and asked her mother why the school books never had anybody in them who looked like her, and her mother had no answer to give. Because her mother had been asked the very same thing and had none either. So she decided, as a young woman, that the silence was going to stop with her. Then she said this: I taught Mansa, Musa, and Bass Reeves, and Henrietta Lacks to 3 generations of children. And every single year I watched the same thing happen. A child would sit up straighter. You could see it in their body. Because a child who learns they come from kings carries themselves differently than a child who was told they come from nothing. That is the whole reason they hid it, and that is the whole reason I taught it. I was not just handing them facts, I was handing them their backs straight. So when I see those babies on that video lighting up, I know exactly what is happening to them. Somebody is handing them their spine. Do not ever let anyone tell you this history is just 1 month. It is a foundation. Build your children on it. That is the receipt. That is the voice under the history. Now hear me out. Luke 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Let me pull that verse apart. It says the one thing the people who did the hiding did not want you to know, that nothing stays buried forever. Every hidden thing is eventually made plain. Every secret finally comes to light. The words are 2,000 years old, and they are a promise aimed straight at the erasure. They hid the empires, the marshals, the scientists, the real king. And the verse says the burying never lasts, because the truth has a way of coming abroad, of walking right back into the daylight, sometimes on the face of a child hearing it for the very first time. There is your accounting. Black America, listen. Learn this history and then teach it, because that is how you defeat 400 years of erasure, one child at a time. Learn Mansa Musa. Learn Bass Reeves. Learn Henrietta Lacks. Learn the whole king, not the half of him they handed you. Put these names in your children's mouths before the world puts its lies in their heads. Because a child who knows they come from kings and scholars and marshals and scientists and radicals who frighten the powerful is a child nobody can ever convince they come from nothing. Give them their backs straight. That is the inheritance, and that is the fight. Listen, before you click off, drop a comment with one piece of Black history they never taught you in school, so we can put it on the record for somebody else's child. We are archiving them. Share this with one parent, one teacher, or one young person who needs their spine handed to them today. Send them Mansa Musa. Send them Henrietta Lacks. Send them Luke 8. This history was never just a month. It is a foundation. Go build your children on it. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
And that is where I will leave you today. But before you go, understand that what you just learned does not belong on the screen. It belongs in your mouth and your dinner table, in your children's ears. Everything we lay out here, the dates, the names, the receipts, it was hidden from us on purpose. And the way we beat that is simple. We refuse to let it be hidden again. So take one thing from this video, just one, carry it out into your day. Tell a cousin who never heard it. Teach the children who have never heard about this. And this is not from me or from you. And let me lay this plainly. The way I will always will, when we react to a clip, that clip belongs to the person who made it. It is their opinion and not us. We are here to bring the history. And this channel does not stand against any people of color anywhere. We are for Black history. We are against no one. That has ever changed and that will never change. So do these three things for me before you click off. Drop a comment, tell me what you learned and what you did not know before, because I read them and your voice is part of this record too. Hit that like button because it helps the truth reach one more person who needs it. And if you are not subscribed yet, come home because we do this every single day. We come from empire builders, star mappers, scholars, and survivors. That is not a slogan, that is the record, and the record is ours. Take care of yourself and take care of your people, and I'll see you next time.